So we're going to start with the assessments that we're going to do, the test that we're going to do on neck, and that you can do yourself. And you can do this at any room in your house, as long as you've got a straight up wall. I like to use a door frame or a door jamb to kind of do this. So it gives you good reference. And we're going to run through them all, and you can test yourself. And if you fail these tests, each one that you fail, just make a note, and then we can know which exercises to do thereafter. Okay. So the first one is a toe touch, right? And no, it's not that, Nick. You know. So we're testing the bend pattern here. We spoke about the patterns. We're testing bending.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is from here, I want you to bend forward
straight
and touch your toes.
Oh, right? I can do this.
So let's see.
Okay.
Okay, not bad. Okay, now what I want you to do though, when you do this, come up for me. We're actually going to use a wall. Okay. All right. So I want you to come and stand with your back to the wall, and give yourself about a foot distance away from the wall. Yeah, that's good enough. Perfect.
Stick my butt on the wall.
Correct. As you go down, you're going to feel like your butt actually hits the wall. So go down into a toe touch.
And actually push out. Okay,
correct.
good. There.
Good. So you can see how Nick has got nice uniform spinal curve. His butt has kissed the wall, and he's keeping these knees nice and straight, and he can touch his toes. So that would be a pass in this. If you cannot touch your toes, you fail. If your butt doesn't hit the wall, you fail. If you bend your knees, you fail. And fail is a hard word, but just to say that this is actually just a positive test. You've tested positive for a poor bending pattern, and then we can infiltrate the exercises to fix the bend pattern. Okay.
All right. Okay.
The importance of touching your toes and passing the toe touch test is because it helps you stay in posture during your golf swing. And one of the things is that we find a lot of golfers, they tend to what we call eat the space, right? So as you're coming down into impact, we tend to see golfers, they come into an early extension, they extend early. As they come down and they extend up and they get stuck. So now they can't get the club into impact or into the slot very easily. So by being able to touch your toes, it means that you can keep this space. You can see how my butt works backwards, creating all this lovely space for my hands and the club to drop into, and then I can deliver it nice and easily, and we can accelerate down the line. So it really has big implications in your ability to hold your posture and maintain your shape in your golf swing. So here we're going to start with the toe touch corrections. If you failed the toe touch test, you need to do these 3 exercises to correct the test and get better at touching your toes. So this is the first one. It's called a neuroline stretch. So what you do is you grab yourself a chair, you sit on the very edge of the chair. So you're really sitting on your sitting bones. Okay. From here, straighten out your right leg. Good. I want you to bring your toes to your nose. Lovely. Put your left hand on your knee. So that just gives you some support. Now from here, take your right hand and put it behind your head, with your elbow in line with your nose. Perfect. Now from here, you're going to fold down from your chin to your chest, and you're going to round your spine as you sequentially lower yourself down and get your elbow towards your knee. And you'll feel a stretch.
There
you go. So a lot of guys feel this through the hamstring, the back of the calf, all the way up, but you may find it stretches all the way through your spine, all the way to the base of your neck. And we're stretching the neural line. Now from here, you hold for 5 seconds and then repeat on the way back up. Now, when you do this, I want you to feel like you sort of curling down and firming like a fern. Correct. Correct. And then on the way up, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to unfurl from the bottom up. So let's try again. So we're going to go cinch your chest.
Cinch my chest.
Yeah.
Then down.
And then peel yourself down. That's it. So you sort of roll, tuck and roll. Hold for 5. And then start at the bottom here. You're going to sort of pull yourself back up all the way through the vertebra. And the last thing is the head. Good. And you do sort of 3 to 5 reps on each side, and you'll feel like you can get better flexibility or mobility through the posterior chain.
So when could you jump out of bed and do this first thing?
Absolutely. It's actually the best time to do it. And you don't necessarily have to warm up before you do these exercises, because we actually want to make a plastic change to the body. And when it's warm, the body kind of reacts and responds. We actually want to make permanent changes here. So, correct. So make sure you're sitting on a chair. Make sure it doesn't have wheels, otherwise it's going to fly out underneath you. But a nice solid chair is a good idea.
All right.
All right. Right. Next exercise we're moving on to is a active straight leg raise. So we're going to clear out the chair. You're going to lie down onto your back there, Nick.
Which way am I going?
Whichever way.
You want to go this way?
Yeah. Perfect. So scoot this way just a touch so you can lie down here.
Oh, you want me way back?
Yeah. Okay, so the second correction test that you're going to do is called an active straight leg raise. Now, Nick lies flat down on his back, hands down at your side. Good. Now from here, you're going to turn your palms up and pinch your shoulder blades back. Lovely. Now by doing that, we're ensuring that Nick has his upper body nice and stable and locked down to the ground. Bring both feet together, and I want you to bring your toes to your nose again.
Both of them or one?
Yeah, just like. Good. Right, now, so you can see how he's done an active straight leg raise with his right leg, and we're looking that the ankle gets sort of mid-thigh, and then control it back down. Good. And again, same side. So we're repeating this lift. Now, Nick is actively firing his quadricep muscle here to flex his hip and then drop it back down. Now, by doing that, when you fire your quad, I want you to make it super tight as you can. Yeah. You are sending a message to your hamstring to relax, because the muscles on the opposite side of the body, they work in opposition, right? So when you fire your quad, your brain is telling your hamstring, turn off and relax. Good, and then pop it down.
I've never spoken to my hamstring before.
We are now. So let's go left side. So right leg stays down, left leg you're going to lift up.
Squeeze it.
And reach as high as you can.
The quad, yeah,
perfect, very
away.
good. That's it.
Yeah.
And then down.
Is this one going further?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, definitely going further.
Okay.
Okay, so you may find one side is tighter than the other. So what will we do?
We work that one first,
100%.
then that one, and then do another set on that one.
100%. So you do extra reps on the tight side. We want to try and create balance here. I know we play an asymmetrical sport, but we're trying to want to have symmetry here. So whichever side is tighter, by all means, bang out another set of 10 on that tighter side. We want to try and create that balance. That's the active straight leg raise. So this is the third and final exercise to correct the toe touch. So what you need is a foam roller. You're going to get a little pool noodle like this from any sporting goods store or depot store. You're going to put it on the ground. Okay. Now, Nick, I'd like you to tuck your shirt in for me, because I actually want people to see where your belt line is. So tuck your shirt in. And this is important because you're going to actually see what's happening at his pelvis here. So now what you're going to do, all the way, lovely, you're going to stand with the balls of your feet on the noodle with your feet, less than a foot apart. So nice and close.
How am I looking?
Looking good, that's perfect. Very. Right, now, you're going to take a hand towel and roll it up into a ball, and you're going to squeeze that between your knees. Right, now really compress that towel and give it a good squeeze. Right, now from here, we're going to do a series of toe touches. You must keep your feet flat with the heels down and the pressure onto the noodle. Right, so arms up. And from here, you're going to reach forward and touch your toes. And you can see here how Nick's butt is translating backwards. And that happens because his toes are in the air. So it kind of helps him force backwards. So those of you that didn't touch the wall with your butt when you actually did the test, this is important. It's going to help you understand the feeling of translating your hips backwards when you do the toe touch. So you're going to do 10 of those. So let's say that's 7, 8, 9,
that was
10. Good. Then you're going to come up. Now we're going to go step over, take the towel out. Step over, heels onto the noodle. Right, squeeze the towel in again. Right, make sure you've got that towel nice and tight. We're going to do toe touches again. So now, arms up. Now, the noodle under his heels is really going to force you to fall forward. So really now you've got to feel like you stick your butt back as far as you can. Good really man, lovely.
You don't want to fall.
Yeah, correct. You can see how that really forces him backwards, and he really has to work. You feel a bigger stretch. Where do you feel that?
Well, you look, I'm tight up. Back of under here. My
perfect. So most guys and girls will tell me that they feel this much higher up, closer to your butt line, and it kind of gets the upper aspect of the hamstring.
Right under there.
Very good. And again, we'll do 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Now you're going to step off, no noodle, feet flat on the ground. Squeeze the towel between your knees again.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So now we do just an original toe touch. So from there, arms up nice and high.
Back down again.
But still feel like you're sticking your butt backwards with that good technique. So down you go, keep the legs straight. And beautiful. And you'll be amazed at what a difference this makes when you go from toes up, heels up to feet flat again. Next thing you'll be touching your toes and you won't believe it. So give that a go. Toe touch series. That's the third one of the 3 and you'll be touching your toes in no time.
If you like what you see, head over to faldoformula.com for even more members-only content and exclusive offers.